You're a pretty boy by mistake. A lot of guys on the internet do a good job of this. They're just pretty by mistake. Some guys go overboard. Some guys, they're pretty and they just try and let you know. They in the camera zooming in, making faces and all this stuff. You don't gotta do all that. Woo! Let's go, boys. Let's go. All right, guys, man, welcome back to another YouTube video. And today, I'm here to tell you about the 5 kinds of men that women find irresistibly attractive. These are the men that women are gonna get them cheeks up to with the quickness. Let's jump right into it. There are different types and characteristics of men, and you don't have to fall into one category. This is one thing I want guys to understand. There's no one size fits all. You can be diverse, bro, and still be successful, man. And this is why. Let's jump right into it. The first kind of man that women find irresistibly attractive, that women give the cheeks up to with the quickness. One is the rugged warrior. The rugged warrior. Guys, a lot of women are really into the man's man. He's a firefighter. You know what I'm saying? He's the construction worker. Why you think some women find this kind of stuff attractive? Firefighters attractive, men, jumping into burning buildings and all this stuff. Women love that. They love men's men. The rugged warrior, the soldier, men of authority. Women are so into that. Men of authority, men who are not afraid to get their hands dirty, men who are like just manly men. He might not be the best looking dude. He might not have the best fashion, but he just a manly man. And women just see him and they see sweat equity. They just see hard work, right? The rugged warrior, the man who isn't afraid to get his hands dirty, the man who does what he needs to do. He's working 3-4 jobs. He's carrying bricks. He's just a man. That man is very attractive to a lot of women, right? He has a sense of purpose. He just embodies, right, masculinity, right? He embodies hard work. He embodies just what it means to be a man, and women are very, very attracted to that. Some girls will look at a dude who's a man's man and a man who's objectively attractive and pick the man's man. Literally. The rugged warrior, the man who he got scars on his body, he got cuts. Why do you think women like scars? Women love men with scars. Women love men with scars. Cuts, he just a man. Some women will gravitate towards that guy. Well, some women will say, you know what? Everybody else, y'all okay. But there's something about you that just incites me. Something about this guy that just gets me going. And then she will go to him with the quickness. Number 2, the pretty boy by mistake. The pretty boy by mistake. Yes, guys. What this basically means is the pretty boy who doesn't try to be pretty. What do you mean by this, FedEx? The pretty boy who is subtly trying. His hair is messy. He's just a pretty boy. I got a student in my group I would say he's a pretty boy by mistake. He's like a tattoo artist. He knows who I'm talking about. All right. And like his photos are just like nonchalant. And women be losing their minds over this dude, bro. He's worked on his body a lot, which has made it even better. But like the pretty boy by mistake. Me, guys, what I do as a coach, right? What I do as a leader of men, a teacher of men, I study different types of men that are attractive. So I don't come on here and say, well, you can only be this. I want to give you leverage. I want to give you options, right? You can be any one of these dudes, but if you maximize it, you get the most results. All right, so the pretty boy by mistake, if you have that pretty boy-esque, right? If women complimented you on your looks since you were young and you were just always told you were handsome or pretty or you're a pretty boy, if you heard that term before and you're like, what am I doing? I'm just living my life. You're a pretty boy by mistake. A lot of guys on the internet do a good job of this, right? They're just pretty by mistake. Some guys go overboard. Some guys, they're pretty and they just try and let you know. They in the camera zooming in, making faces and all this stuff. You don't gotta do all that. All right. The pretty boy by mistake barely tries. And that's what women want to see. The nonchalantness, he's barely even trying. He looks so good. Not that he's trying so hard to look attractive. You always want to be subtle with things you do with women because it comes across as try hard. I used to make this mistake a lot too. When I was starting to work on my looks, I would think that just like, stare in the camera, look at me. No. You want to be subtle with it. You want to be subtle. You want to look like you're not trying so hard. When you're not trying so hard, it comes across as effortless. And women think that, damn, how can you look so good without trying? That's what they appreciate. The pretty boy who just like, oh well, I just rolled out of bed looking this good. That's how women want you to be if you're a true pretty boy. Not the guy who's over here doing TikTok dances and grinding on a floor. That ain't the guy I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guy who might post a selfie in the mirror and women just go crazy over him. The Henry Cavill dude. The Superman dude. I think he does a good job of this. But there are a lot of the guys who give the pretty boy by mistake. He's not even barely trying. He just does it. He just does it for women. The effortlessness. Number 3, the laid back fun guy. I'm gonna give you guys an example of guys I know. This is why I came up with this list. Guys I know in my life that I've studied that had these characteristics and were very successful women. So there was a dude, I'm not gonna say his name, but when I was back in college, he describes the laid back fun guy to the T. Man, I was back in college and we was at this camp. This was also around the time The Girl Who Broke My Heart. This was the same camp, this engineering camp that we were in, teaching kids. And this dude, bro, he was just so laid back and fun. It was like all the girls in the camp liked him. He got along with every girl. He was super social, laid back. Like, bro, he should give a course on how to be laid back and fun. Bro, I'm talking about got along with I think he could have smashed any girl in that camp, including the girl I liked, 100%, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Bro, this was in Chicago. I'm like, my G. Me now thinking back on it, understanding like game and all this, I'm like, bro, that personality, bro, and he, like I said, this kind of guy does not have to be the pretty boy. He doesn't have to have the biggest abs and the biggest muscle. But his personality type, the way he carries himself, is just irresistible. Like super social, super laid back and fun, knows how to talk to people, is friendly with everybody, but not like try hard friendly. That's a difference. There's a difference when you're try hard friendly, right? When you're trying to be, you're a friendly barber. Oh, I want to be friends with everybody. No. He wasn't like this. He just naturally just got along with everybody. Girls would just want to just be around him. They would all just want to talk to him and hang out with him and he just had that the laid back fun guy. They would want to go with him to do this and do that. He was just, I think he could have easily got some cheeks. And then what was crazy about it, it's nothing that made him even more irresistible, was the fact that he was kind of rejecting the girls. He was putting them in the friend zone. If he watches this video, he'll know I'm talking about him. He was actually putting the girls in the friend zone. I'm like, I ain't never seen nothing like it before. I'm like, he was laid back, cool and fun, and you would see like the girls start to be warm and open up towards him. And like you would see like him like literally be in the friend zone with these girls. Put them in the friend zone. Like, we just playing. I'm like, damn, bro, she coming on to you and you just like putting it back. That would make the girls go even more crazy. Like, I'm like, man, girl, any day you want, bro, you can hit one of these girls. Any day you want, any day, anytime you want. Without effort, you could do it. So guys with that kind of personality, bro, that kind of because he wasn't like he's ugly. He's a good looking dude, but it's not like a pretty boy look as well, right? But he just has that suave, laid back, cool, and just women just you know what I'm saying? Number 4, the always dressed to a dime guy. Okay, this is the guy who's gonna be 10 toes down, fresh every hour of every day. This is the dude who he gonna be taking out the trash fresh. He just mistakenly is always fresh. Have you ever seen a dude? I knew a guy like this in high school. Just you be going to go play basketball with the dude. He's dripped out. Dripped. I'm like, man, bro, we just playing basketball. We just playing football. We going to the field to, throw the football around, my G. You don't gotta look like you going to the club. And it wouldn't be like he's like trying hard to be fresh. It just, he will fit to every occasion. Like it would just look, he will stand out fashion-wise in every occasion. Whether that be something casual, whether that be something, formal, dude would just always have his looks and fashion on point. Women are really into men like this. Whether he at the gym, whether he always fresh. He ain't wearing no busted sneakers. He ain't wearing no dingy clothes. Even if it's something simple, it's crisp, it's drippy. Women like that. A lot of girls, guys, are into guys who are very, very fashionable. I'm giving you guys this list so you know you can actually curate any one of these to be the kind of guy you are and play to your advantage. I always tell you guys, play to your advantages. And they're always dressed to a dime guy. He just like, man, bro, are you never not fresh? Are you never not with the nicest clothes on? Are you never not? Even if he got a t-shirt on, he just always clean. Like, man, bro, like, come on, bro. Leave some of the freshness for us. You know what I'm saying, dog? Let some of us get some of the coolness from how you dress. And lastly, the mysterious, unique guy. It ain't enough to just be mysterious. It ain't enough to just be unique. If you're mysterious and unique, women find that very attractive. What do you mean by this, FitX? We all knew a guy who didn't talk much, but has some kind of special skill set. Think about the star football player, the star track athlete, the star basketball player who was he was to himself, but he was just so good at something. This motherfucker was just so good at this one thing. He might not even talk much, dude. He is mysterious, stayed to himself, but in this one area of life, he just dominated everybody. That made men respect him. That made women gravitate towards him. I've known several guys like this. Several guys who were just extremely good at a sport. They were extremely good at a sport or an activity or like playing an instrument or something, but they were just super laid back. They weren't the talky. They weren't the social guy. They might have wasn't the best dressed, the pretty boy, but he was like always to himself, but just unique in this one thing. If you were to call this one thing, who was good? Everybody would point at him. And he wasn't awkward either. Let me make that clear. It wasn't he was awkward. He was just mysterious. All right, the guy was just to himself. He wasn't a talkative. He wasn't super social. You didn't notice him as the most fresh guy, right? He wasn't like a rugged dude, but he was extremely unique at this one thing. Whether that be a good speaker, an athlete. Usually what my experience is always been a guy who was very good at athletics. Something about him just, this motherfucker could jump. He could jump out the gym, right? Super fast. Like I've always had a guy in my tenure of life. There's always been a dude that I've known that just had this one trait about him that was extremely unique, and he was very, very mysterious. So there's several different archetypes of man that you can be. What I recommend as a guy is that you have a little bit of both. You have a little bit of everything. What I do, FitX Fearless, I'm somebody who's very, very good at adapting. So I'm a studious person. I'm a scholar by nature. I'm an engineer at heart, guys. Never worked in the engineering field, but I got an engineering degree, and I have an engineer's mind. So what I do is, and I recommend this to all you guys, I try to take a little bit from every group. I feel like I take the good from everybody and leave the bad. I don't want everything that comes with everybody. I just want the good stuff. Oh, the rugged warrior, women like that kind of look. Sometimes I know how to implement that. The pretty boy by mistake, sometimes I know how to implement that. The laid back fun guy is the one I struggle with the most. I'm not gonna lie. The laid back fun guy, that's the one I struggle with the most. Like that dude there, I don't know. I think that's something that you can't teach. That's something that's extremely hard. But you can be sociable. You can be a sociable guy, but the way he was like just exuberant and just vibrant, that's hard to emulate. But you can also be, you can take some of that and be like social, outgoing, you know what I'm saying? Be communicative, but not be try hard, right? That's the one I struggle with the most. The always dressed to a dime guy, I've worked on that as well. And the mysterious, unique guy, I try to keep my mystery. So what I would do is, guys, I would take a little bit from each guy and see how you can implement that in yourself. Or if you find whichever one on this list you associate most with, maximize it. If you're a rugged dude, maximize that ruggedness, right? But be fashionable too. If you're a guy that likes to dress well, maximize that. If you're a sociable guy, maximize any one of these. All right, I would say for me on this list, I'm more of the rugged warrior, all right, that has implemented everything else and made myself more well-rounded. And I recommend you guys do the same thing. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll get back with you guys next time.